Hello YouTube, this is Dr. Ronald W. Satz, founder and chair of the International Society of Unified Science and president of Transpower Corporation, a commercial and custom software manufacturing and certified systems engineering company. I work as a theoretical physicist and as a systems and mechanical engineer. I also work as a theoretical economist and operations researcher. Today I'm going to begin the screencast for the very first commercial software program launched by Transpower Corporation way back in 1982. This is Optimal Manager, 47 program units to optimize your business. Whether or not you are interested in operations research or management science, if you follow me through these 47 program units, you will have a good understanding of it, whether or not you purchase the program. Now look, this is an old DOS program. It'll run perfectly under Windows 32, any version of Windows 32. I have Windows 64-bit here, so the only problem is some of the inputs will be misaligned, but if you just follow the bottom prompts, you'll be okay. I'm using DOSBox as the emulator. Well, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment here. We're just going to do one program unit at a time to make it easy, so it'll take 47 weeks. We're just going to do one per week. So here's the sign-on screen, Optimal Manager Software Package. 47 program units to optimize your business. The last time this was revised was in 1990, but very little. There have been no bug reports since, and it runs perfectly. Now look, it gives you the optimal results, so it doesn't matter how old this program is. If you put in the correct input, it will give you the correct optimal output. I'm just going to press enter at the sign-on screen. And you can see here that there are 4 program modules: optimal product investment, optimal product manufacture, optimal product distribution, and optimal product pricing and advertising. So we're just going to go through each of these step by step, 1 unit per week. So we're going to go into the first module. Just put an I in there. And the first one is product demand forecast. So I'm just going to put in 1. Would you like to see the program unit description? You would say yes. And I'm just going to read this to you. This program unit uses 5 methods to arrive at forecasts from a set of input data. The 5 methods are exponential smoothing, linear regression, quadratic regression, logarithmic transformation, and Gompertz curve. Inputs to the program unit consist of the number of time periods to be entered, number of future periods to be forecast, and value for each known period. The program unit outputs consist of the forecast of each method. Note, exponential smoothing is suitable only for forecasting 1 period in advance. The Gompertz curve is only suitable for if the number of periods is evenly divisible by 3. Also, the program unit has an option to print out the parameters or equations of each method. So at this point, if this wasn't the program unit you were looking for, you would just hit X for exit. Otherwise, you hit C for continue. So always just read the screen at the bottom. Remember, I wrote this in 1982. This was a very, very advanced interface for 1982. So here's the first input screen. Do you wish to use data from a disk file? We'll say yes. And what happens if I put in 2? Okay, so we have 2. Now we can accept, edit, or reject. I'm going to edit just to go through the fields. So just read the bottom of the screen here. So it'll tell you what the field means. How would you like the report titled? In this case, this was this Chow income fund distribution, which was a disaster, incidentally. But anyway, that's the report title. Your name, in this case, this is my name, the company, the date that I ran this, the product, 5 past periods, 5 future periods, and this is file number 2. So we'll accept that. Now this is the misalignment I was talking to you about. This is because DOSBox does not include a config.sys file, so I can't load device equals ANSI-IBM.sys. I guarantee you everything will be lined up if you have a Windows 32 system, or you can run a different DOS emulator that does allow ANSI-IBM.sys. But anyway, if you hit E for edit, and just read the screen at the bottom, so it'll still tell you the correct index. So this is period 1. Oops, need to do that exactly. So just hit enter. I'm going to reject. So let's just go back a moment. So continue. Let me go back to this. Can't use the arrow keys on this particular. Okay, so that's if I hit file 1, but I want to go back to. I'm going to go back to input file number 2. So I'm going to hit reject. I'm just showing how this works. So say yes. We'll say 2 again. We'll accept. Now we'll edit this, and you just hit enter to go down. Okay, just hit enter. So there it is. So there's the input. Accept. Now at this point you can save the data, then compute. I've already saved the data, so I don't need S in this case. You could go back to screen 1 if you wanted to, but we'll just compute only, so we hit C. Would you like to see the parameters equation of each method? Yes. So hit yes. You can send the output to the screen only or to the printer and screen. We'll just go to the screen. Screen length or continuous. Unless you want to zip through the output, you would just hit screen length. Otherwise, you would hit C. But we'll hit S. So here's the input, and here are the forecasts. So we get the correlation coefficient. So for exponential smoothing, it's 0.759. Linear regression is 0.901. Quadratic regression is 0.925. Log transform is only 0.042 correlation, and you can see the equations there. Now, the input is displayed with the forecast, and you can see everything is aligned correctly here. So you don't have to worry about the alignment being faulty, despite there being no ANSI-IBM .sys. Press enter, and now we're at the end of the program unit. You can rerun this program unit by hitting R. You can exit to the main module menu, or you can print results again. So if I hit P again, output to screen only or printer screen, I'm going to say S again. I just want to show you again that everything is lined up. Everything is lined up correctly, so you don't have to worry about that. And that's it, basically. Exit to the module menu, and we're back here. So that was the very first program unit, product demand forecast. So I don't want to, go through a bunch of these programs and get you all confused. I just want to do one program unit per week as we go through this. This program still works perfectly fine, still perfectly useful. I still use it myself. And we did ship hundreds and hundreds of these over the years. Alright, well that's it for today. I would just like to mention that originally, when this came out in 1982, the price was $495 for 9 diskettes. Just this past year, we reduced the price down to $95. If you want the manual, that's another $95, but you really don't need it. You just read through the product description and look at the sample files. So the price has been reduced to $95, either from Transpower Corporation, that's transpowercorp.com, or you can purchase it from Amazon.com. All right, again, thanks for your attention, and I hope you'll come back for the next programming unit. Bye for now.